Hello everybody and welcome back on my channel. My name is Alex and today we're gonna finish this 4-piston engine, and to do that first we'll have to make the assembly of the piston, and then we're gonna make the assembly of this crankshaft and all 4 pistons. So to do that, first let's open a new SolidWorks document, select here assembly, OK, and here let's go to browse for our parts. And without the crankshaft, select all of them. So you should have the cylinder head, this cylinder pin, this ring, and this piston arm. Okay, and now to assemble them, first let's make here plain white. Now to assemble them, we'll start with this face and this face. With Ctrl pressed, select them both and select here make concentric. And now we'll have to select this face with this one. So this one from the cylinder head with this one, and select here coincide. And now let's insert this pin, so select this face from the pin with this one, select here concentric. And now select this face, and with Ctrl pressed we'll select this one also. And then also with Ctrl pressed we'll have to select this other two. And select here this mate with. And now this will be just in the middle. And now let's insert this ring. So first we'll select this face with this one, select here concentric, and then let's move it a little bit up. Select this face with this one, select here coincide. Okay, now we need 2 more of this. So we'll go to linear component. We'll select the direction. To select the direction first, let's go up here to visibility and select this one, view temporary axis, and we can see this axis from the cylinder head. As the direction, we're gonna select this axis. Okay, spacing and instances, and the distance between this will be 11.6, and we'll have 3 instances. That is good. Now we'll go down here to components to pattern, and we'll have to select this ring. Now we need it to go down, so we'll have to reverse here the direction. Now as we can see, it's fitting in these slots. Press OK. And now this is looking good. Now we can hide this axis. Now let's finish the assembly. So select this face with this one, select here coincident, and select this one, select here concentric, and this one with this one should be also concentric. Now this is the piston. Let's save it because we're gonna need it in a second. Piston. Okay, save. And now let's open a new SolidWorks document, also assembly. Okay, and let's insert the last assembly with the crankshaft. So piston with the crankshaft. You have to select them with Ctrl pressed and select here open. Now let's insert them. Let's make this plain white. Okay, now this one, the first component that you insert is gonna be fixed, so we'll have to make it float. Right click on it and select here, somewhere around here actually. No, we'll have to go here on the left to piston assembly, right click on it and select here float, because this is already an assembly. If you click on this one, it will only take the component, not the whole assembly. Right, and we'll have to do one more thing for this piston. Right click on it here on the left, and we'll go to component properties, click on it and select here flexible, because we're gonna need the cylinder head to move according to the movement of the crankshaft. So select here flexible and OK. And now we'll see in a second that the head it will move how it should. Alright, and now this is moving. Let's make it fixed, but not totally fixed, only to be able to rotate it. Maybe there is an easier way, but this is how I'm going to do it. First, let's make the temporary axes so you can see them again. And then let's select this face. With Control pressed, we'll select front plane, because this plane is, in my case, the one parallel with this face. And select here mate. And it should coincide. Press OK. And now the next thing that we're gonna do, it will be to select this axis with right plane, and it should also coincide. Press OK. Now we'll have to do one more thing. Select this axis with the other plane, which is top plane, and it should also coincide. Press OK and OK. And now this crankshaft, it's only going to rotate, not moving in other direction. Now let's select this face with this one and select here concentric. And now we need to position it right here. With Control pressed, select this face with this one, and then this one with this one, and select here with OK. Now we have our first cylinder, our first piston, it's right here. Now let's see how it's moving. When we rotate this, we can see that the head is also moving strange. What we'll have to do is to select this axis with the right plane in my case, and we'll select here coincide. Okay. Something is strange when I add these mates. And now let's try again. When we are rotating, we can see that the head is staying still, only up and down moving. This is what we want. Now we need 3 more of this. So with Control pressed, from the text tree, we'll have to click and drag the piston assembly one by one until we have 4 of them. Now that we have 4 of them, let's assemble them the same way we did with this one. First, this face with this one, concentric, and then this with this, with this, with this, should add the width mate. Now we have one more, and let's do the same for this other two. Okay, and the last centric. And now let's add the width mate. Place it into the right position. Let's do the same for the last one. Alright, and now what we'll have to do is to make these 3 axes also to coincide with the right plane in my case. So select right plane, this axis coincide. Okay, and apparently it's going to do this for all of them. And then this axis with right plane coincide. And then this axis with right plane and coincide. Alright, and now this pistons should be all aligned. Let's hide this temporary axis and let's try to rotate this crankshaft. As we can see, it's working pretty well. Now, one more thing that we should be doing is to add here some bolts to keep this in place, because in reality it's not going to stay like this. To do this, we can go to library, because on the drawing there was no bolts or something like that. I'm not going to do that because it's already a basic thing, so you can do it by yourself if you want. This was the tutorial for today. This was the tutorial for this 4-piston engine. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. See you.